A human cargo ship receives a sealed alien crate. The human Ethan was promised a pet as part of a political reward. The crate is cold, shaking, and marked with danger symbols. Warnings on the crate say. The story cuts to alien perspectives. Aliens talk about humans as war monsters, species that smile while killing, beings who tame death itself. Inside the crate is Lyra, an alien vampire woman. She is weak, starving, injured, and terrified. Her species feeds on bioenergy, not blood. She was captured during a war. She believes humans torture prey. Humans eat sentient beings. She prepares herself to die. Ethan opens the crate slowly. Instead of a beast, a shaking woman with glowing eyes crawls back in fear. She hisses, cries, and begs in broken galactic common. She calls him Devourer. Ethan freezes, shocked, angry, confused. Welcome to my channel Starlight Sci-Fi Stories. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. The crate arrived without warning. It was larger than Ethan expected. Long, heavy, black metal with red warning lights blinking slowly across its surface. The side was marked with alien symbols, sharp and uneven, carved deep into the metal like claw marks. Ethan stood alone in the cargo bay of his ship, the Wayfarer. The bay lights hummed softly above him. The crate sat in the center of the floor, locked down by magnetic clamps. A message blinked on his wrist screen. Delivery complete. Political reward CLAIMED. Ethan frowned. They had told him this was a gift. A reward for helping the Galactic Council stop a border war. A token of thanks for a human who fought when no one else wanted to. They said it was a pet. But pets did not come in military-grade prison crates. Ethan walked closer. The metal was cold, colder than the room around it. Frost formed along the edges. The crate vibrated just slightly, like something inside was breathing too fast. Another warning label flashed to life. Danger, predator species. Do not open without authorization. Subject may exhibit extreme fear response. Fear response. Ethan felt his stomach tighten. He had seen fear responses before, on battlefields, in refugee camps, in the eyes of beings who knew they were about to die. He placed his hand on the crate. The vibration stopped. For a long moment there was silence. Then something inside moved. A soft sound came from within the metal box, not a growl, not a roar. A whimper. Ethan stepped back. Across the galaxy, stories about humans spread faster than ships could travel. Aliens whispered about them in trade stations and council halls. They said humans were friendly until they were not. That they laughed easily, smiled often, and then burned worlds when pushed too far. They said humans kept dangerous pets. Creatures that other species feared, humans trained and named and fed by hand. They said if the council gave a human a living gift, it was a warning, an insult, or a test. Some believed this crate was meant to prove that humans were monsters. Inside the crate, Lyra waited. She had been waiting for days or weeks. Time was hard to measure in the dark. Her body ached, her head hurt, the energy cuffs around her wrists drained her strength little by little. Her skin felt cold, dry, wrong. She needed energy soon, or she would fall into sleep she might never wake from. She pressed herself against the back wall of the crate, as the outside sounds changed. The ship. A human ship. She knew the signs, the sound of the engines, the vibration of artificial gravity, the smell of metal and heat. Her breathing became fast and shallow. Humans. The word alone filled her with terror. She had heard the story since she was young, that humans hunted for sport, that they broke minds before bodies, that they enjoyed fear, that they kept sentient beings as pets, toys, or worse. She had seen what humans did in war. Entire battlefields turned to fire because one human commander refused to retreat. Lyra curled in on herself, her glowing eyes squeezed shut. She was a vampire of the Cathari species, not a monster no matter what the council said. Her kind fed on excess bioenergy, not blood. They healed worlds by draining radiation and sickness. But the galaxy feared glowing eyes and sharp teeth more than truth. So they captured her. They labeled her livestock. And now they had given her to a human. Outside, Ethan circled the crate slowly. The ship AI spoke, calm and neutral. Cargo classified as sentient adjacent biological asset, the AI said. Opening without council oversight may result in penalties. Sentient adjacent, Ethan repeated. That was council language for lying. He reached the control panel on the side of the crate. His finger hovered over the release. Another sound came from inside. A voice. Soft, broken, alien. Please, it whispered through the metal. Please do. Ethan froze. That was no animal. That was a person. He stepped back like the crate had shocked him. You hear that? He asked the AI. Yes, the AI replied. Vocalization detected, emotional distress levels extreme. Ethan's jaw tightened. They had promised him a pet. They had delivered a prisoner. He unlocked the first seal. The crate hissed as pressure equalized. Frost spilled across the floor like fog. Ethan's heart pounded as he disengaged the final lock. The door slid open. Inside, curled in the far corner, was a woman. She was thin, too thin. Her skin was pale with a faint blue tint. Her long white hair was tangled and dirty. Metal cuffs glowed faintly around her wrists and ankles. Her eyes snapped open as light flooded the crate. They glowed red. She scrambled backward, pressing herself into the corner until there was nowhere left to go. Her breathing turned into panicked gasps. Her sharp teeth showed as she hissed, not in anger but fear. Don't eat me, she begged in broken galactic common. I will obey, I will be quiet, please. Ethan stood perfectly still. For the first time since the war, he did not know what to do. I'm not going to hurt you, he said slowly, holding his hands up. The words made her shake harder. You are human, she whispered. You lie before you kill. Ethan felt something crack inside his chest. I was told you were a pet, he said quietly. They lied to both of us. Her eyes widened. A pet, she repeated weakly. No, humans give pets names. Humans keep pets alive. Her strength finally failed. She collapsed unconscious onto the cold metal floor. The ship alarms chimed. Subject vital signs critical, the AI said. Energy levels dangerously low. Ethan swore under his breath. He rushed forward, catching her before her head hit the floor. She was lighter than she looked, too light. He carried her out of the crate and into the medical bay. As machines came to life around her, Ethan accessed the data file attached to the delivery. The truth made his blood boil. Lyra was a civilian researcher, captured during a border conflict, declared dangerous because her species frightened the council, reclassified as livestock to avoid war crime charges, and sent to him. A test. An insult. They wanted to see what the human would do. Lyra woke hours later. She expected pain. Instead, she felt warmth. She lay on a soft surface, clean sheets, gentle light, no chains, the cuffs were gone. She panicked and tried to sit up, but her body was still weak. Easy, a voice said from across the room. She turned her head. The human stood near the wall, far from her bed. His posture was careful, controlled, like he was afraid of scaring her. You're safe, he said. She stared at him, waiting for the trick. Humans always waited. Why am I alive? She asked. Ethan did not answer right away. Because he did not have a simple answer. Because you're not a thing, he finally said, and you're not mine. Her glowing eyes filled with confusion. Outside the ship, space shifted. Multiple warp signatures appeared on sensors. The Galactic Authority fleet was arriving. The AI spoke again. Incoming transmission, it said. They are demanding return of the delivered asset. Lyra heard the words. Her heart dropped. She knew this part. She pulled the sheet tighter around herself, her fear returning full force. He will give me back, she thought. All humans do. She did not see Ethan's hands curl into fists, nor the look in his eyes as he turned toward the bridge. The ship shook slightly as the first warning alarm sounded. Ethan stood on the bridge of the Wayfarer, staring at the tactical screen. Red markers bloomed across the display, one after another, until the dark of space was filled with hostile symbols. 6 Galactic Authority cruisers. More than enough to destroy his ship in seconds. The AI spoke in its calm, neutral voice. Incoming transmission, priority level absolute. Ethan did not answer right away. He took a slow breath and straightened his shoulders. Put it through, he said. The hologram flickered to life. A tall, thin alien appeared, its skin grey and smooth, its eyes black and unblinking. The insignia of the Galactic Authority glowed on its chest. Human Ethan Ward, the alien said, you are in possession of Council property. Return the biological asset immediately. Ethan crossed his arms. She has a name, he said, it's Lyra. The alien's eyes narrowed slightly. Names are irrelevant, she is classified as livestock. Ethan felt anger rise in his chest, hot and sharp. She is a person, he replied, and she's staying. The silence that followed was heavy. Human, the alien said slowly, refusal will be seen as theft of Council property. You will be destroyed. Ethan leaned forward. Then do it, he said, because I'm not handing her over. The transmission cut off. In the medical bay, Lyra felt the ship change course. She could feel the tension in the air, even without understanding human machines. She knew what was happening. They had come for her. She slid off the bed, her legs weak but working. She wrapped a blanket around herself and made her way out of the room, moving quietly through the halls. She reached the bridge and stopped in the doorway. Ethan stood alone, staring at the stars. You should give me back, Lyra said softly. Ethan turned. No, he said at once. She stepped closer, her glowing eyes full of fear and sadness. They will kill you, she said. Humans are strong, but even humans cannot fight the authority alone. Ethan knelt so he was at her eye level. I've fought worse odds, he said, and I don't trade lives for safety. She stared at him, confused. Why, she asked. I am not your kind, I am dangerous, I feed on energy, I frighten others. Ethan shook his head. You were frightened first, he said, that matters more. The ship shook again as a warning shot passed close by. The AI spoke. Galactic Authority Fleet has issued final demand. Ethan stood. Open a channel, he said. The hologram returned, harsher now. You have 10 seconds, the alien said. Ethan tapped a control. A human legal symbol appeared on the screen, old and worn. This, Ethan said, is the Human Refuge Protocol. Any sentient being who asks a human for protection is under human protection. Forever. The alien hesitated. That treaty is obsolete, it said. Ethan smiled, but there was no humor in it. It was never revoked, he replied. Behind the Authority fleet, new signals appeared. Human ships, dozens of them. Old, scarred, patched together, civilian vessels, freighters, exploration ships, all answering the same silent call. Lyra watched in awe. Ethan spoke softly. Humans look after their own, he said, and sometimes we decide you're one of us. The Authority fleet backed away. But the threat was not over. Days later, Lyra began to heal. She ate carefully, drawing energy from special human-made cells designed to help her kind. Her strength returned. Her fear faded slowly. She learned human routines, meals, quiet music, laughter. She learned that humans argued loudly but forgave easily. She learned that kindness was not weakness. Ethan gave her a choice. You can stay, he said, or you can go, I'll help you either way. No one had ever asked her that before. She stayed. The attack came without warning. A small ship slipped out of warp near the Wayfarer. No markings, no signal. Assassins. The Council wanted Lyra erased. The first blast tore into the hull. Alarms screamed. The ship lurched violently. Lyra ran toward the bridge as weapons fire echoed through the halls. Ethan was already there, firing back. They want you dead, he said. I can still send you away in an escape pod. Lyra shook her head. No, she said, her voice steady. I choose this. The assassins boarded the ship. Lyra felt her instincts rise, her eyes glowed brighter, energy hummed in the air around her. She stood beside Ethan. Together. The fight was short and brutal. When it was over, the attackers lay unconscious or dead. Lyra's hands shook. She had fought for someone else. For the first time. News spread fast. A human had defied the council. A vampire alien had stood beside him. Across the galaxy, oppressed species listened. Hope grew. Weeks later, Lyra stood on a station balcony, watching stars drift past. Ethan joined her. They told me humans keep monsters, she said quietly. Ethan chuckled. And they were wrong, she said. Humans don't keep monsters. She turned to face him. They protect people. Ethan smiled. And somewhere far away, the galaxy learned a new truth. Humans did not tame pets. They defended lives.